We're at the world premiere of Mowgli right here in India. We have that beautiful India Connect with it. And of course, Mr. Christian Bale. What is the most interesting thing that you've noticed about this country, that our country?
How multicultural it is, how many languages, how many religions, how vast it is. Every climate known to man really exists here. I spent 4 days. It's impossible to say I've done anything but scratch the tip of the iceberg here. But it's fascinating, and obviously there's no better place to premiere Mowgli than right here.
You're always someone who's put in a little bit of himself into the character. You always say that, I do my... in Bagheera, what is one thing that you sort of really connected to? And you also put in your bit when you were sort of doing this character.
Well, and honestly, I try to do the opposite, actually. I don't really try to think about myself in the characters at all, but it's things that you can hope that you represent, and he's a very noble creature. He's very capable at the same time. He's described as being cunning and bold and reckless at the same time, but most of all, he's the big brother to Mowgli and shows him great love and protection, and I hope I can do that.
There's so much. There's this a feminine side to your character. Yet along with that, there's this extremely protective side that we see. She's sort of taking care and trying to sort of nurture this sort of bruised soul. Was it something that you also connected, which is why you sort of thought that it's beautiful to portray a character like that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like there are few opportunities like that when you get in a film where, like I said, the length of the character, isn't that vast, isn't that long.
Yeah.
But when you come in, you're going to come in with impact, you're going to come in with heart,
Yeah.
and you are going to make people feel, okay, this little boy is being cared for, this character is being cared for, because there is someone showing that emotion of love. And love is just such a strong emotion. It's healing, and that's what Mowgli's character goes through. And for the length of the time that I'm on screen. So I'm super excited that I got to play that part.
I have the leading man of today's world premiere of Mowgli himself, Rohan. These actors are known, worldwide for their acting abilities. Was it in any way ever a little sort of overwhelming when you thought, my God, I'm sharing screen with these actors?
Well, I mean, it wasn't so much overwhelming, but I was just really thrilled, honestly, to be able to work with them. And obviously, as you said, they're like the A-list actors, and it's really great to be able to learn from people like that and kind of improve my own acting ability through learning from them. So yeah,
Absolutely. I know it's absolutely wrong to ask Mowgli to choose who his favorite character is, but I'm going to do that. So who's your favorite character?
well, I mean, all the characters have their they're obviously they're really nice traits. I mean, Bagheera, you obviously have that brotherhood and that great relationship between him and Mowgli. Nisha, you really feel that love that she gives him, gives him, and that motherhood kind of. But I don't know, my favorite. I don't know. Playing Bagheera would be pretty cool. I think Bagheera is pretty good, and Christian did a great job of performing him. So
How proud are your parents? I'm sure they feel like that Indian parent moment, isn't it?
yeah, my parents are pretty proud, but my grandparents are actually here, and they're very proud. So
Oh, that is
yeah.
so adorable. So tell me, you're going to come back soon and do more films here
Hope so, yeah.
in the Indian film industry.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah.
And to end it, any particular Indian actor or filmmaker that you'd really hope you get to meet or collaborate?
I mean, Shah Rukh Khan is probably a big one, obviously. I mean, Abhishek, to be able to kind of even share the same room as him almost is pretty humbling and really amazing. So
I hope, SRK, you're hearing, we have Mowgli. He's already a star. The way you sort of portray Bhoot, there's so much vulnerability. But was it hard when you sort of thought you're going to portray it?
Yeah, it was quite hard, and it was 4 years ago that we did it, so it's been quite a journey, developing. But before I started, I had to develop the character quite a lot, because back then I was younger and premature in the acting world, so I had to spend a lot of time working on my character and seeing who he really was.
Yeah. When your father, Andy Serkis, obviously the director, and of course he's an actor as well, when he sort of thought you could play it, were you sort of a little taken aback, thinking, how it's going to be? Is he going to be harder on me on the sets? Did all the thoughts come to your mind?
Well, yeah, because it's a motion capture role, and obviously I'd done a little bit of that before, but I was like, am I going to be able to do this properly? But no, I was quite confident. But it was At first it was like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm
Yeah,
really doing
yeah.
this, but then I got used to it. Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, so you work with amazing actors again. You had people like Christian Bale here. You had Kate Blanchett. Tell me how sort of that felt for a moment, and you thought, oh my God, I'm sort of sharing screen space with these stalwarts.
Yeah. Well, obviously they're very great actors and very worshipped actors, and from when I was filming with them, it was sort of like I had to I need to impress them,
Yeah.
and I had to be my best and on my best form. So no, it was really great working with them, and I gained a lot of experience from them.
And we're always sort of looking for, and parents are very difficult to please, right? Was there a moment that you felt like when it comes from Andy saying that, oh, you've done a good job, was that satisfying at the end of it?
It was. I was very proud because we used to do a lot of takes, so he'd be like, right, just do it again. And then when I finally got it right, it was very rewarding.
It was.
Yeah.
Please join as loving it. So now in front of your father, and I'm going to put you in this position. Andy, how much would you give him, out of 10?
Out of 10,
This is so bad. I'm sorry
five
to
and a
do
half, 6. No, he was fantastic. Louis was really great, and he's, in many ways, he is a very linchpin part. Bhoot as the character is a very, very important part. He's the catalyst for the final part of the movie, and he is Mowgli's soulmate, and their relationship, the relationship between Bhoot and Mowgli is really special because it's innocent. It's all about innocence, and that was what Louis managed to bring to the role.
It's only fair I put you in that position now. How much would you sort of give him out of 10? I have to do it. I'm sorry,
Careful,
Andy.
careful. Do you want another job?
How much do you
I'd
think
say-
out of 10?
3. Nah. No, it's been great to work with him.
You ended, of course, you've already said that you sort of want to work with Irfan. You've met this wonderful Indian cast here as well. What did you think of them? And is there, as a director, are you looking at someone, hopefully?
Oh, look, one of the films, one of the films I've always wanted to make is the Mahabharata. And
are you serious?
no, absolutely.
And you do it?
Yeah, I would love to do it. I mean, you've got all the actors here to make that work and make it work brilliantly. And, again, using performance capture technology, it would be an extraordinary thing to do.
Wow, I'm already excited. Thank you. And it's going to be a great night. Congratulations. I think it's fabulous. Thank you once
very
again.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, young man.